Uganda, FHI, RTI, Mott MacDonald, Sun Frontier, and many others in today's Daily Monitor. Get yourself a copy. If you are jobless, you could get yourself a job at these different places. MPs clear government's 740 billion shillings loan grant request, and also quelling riots. Police spends 3 billion shillings on new anti-riot equipment. In today's Daily Monitor, opposition meet in Kenya, demand justice for riot victims, and also Owindolo wants more judicial officers. These stories and more are in today's Daily Monitor. And allow me take you straight into today's international news update. We'll start with what's happening around us. I'll be joined now by Livingstone Kawesi for sign language interpretation and translation. In Africa, Guinea's military leader Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya has fired his infrastructure minister over corruption allegations, marking the first time a member of his cabinet has been investigated for graft. According to the decree read out on Guinea State Television, Yaya Sow was sacked along with 7 other officials. The exact allegations against him have not been made clear, but last week a secret recording that was allegedly made of the minister had him talking about sharing money from a public contract. Mr. Sow denies this allegation and says he wasn't present during the meeting. Colonel Doumbouya, who took power in September last year, made the fight against corruption one of his major pledges. This has resulted in the arrest of several former officials. The judiciary has also ordered local legal proceedings and freezing of assets of former President Alpha Conde. Mr. Conde has not reacted to the charges. And in Ethiopia, a senior official from Ethiopia's northern Tigray region says Eritrean forces are still committing atrocities despite the recent deal with Addis Ababa to bring an end to the 2-year war. The Tigray People's Liberation Front spokesperson Getachew Reda said Eritrean forces were killing civilians and looting and destroying property. Several human rights organizations have accused Eritrean soldiers of committing atrocities in Ethiopia in the past, but these claims have been denied by Eritrean officials. Mr. Getachew also said Tigrayan fighters would not lay down their arms until the federal government ensured the withdrawal of Eritrean and other forces from the region. An Ethiopian official said the Eritrean issue would be resolved as soon as federal troops were stationed in Tigray's border areas. And in the Middle East, a deal between Israel's Prime Minister-elect and his far-right partner reveals the likely next government's highly controversial plans for settlements. It includes moves to legalize dozens of outposts in the occupied West Bank. If the plan becomes policy, it will set Israel on collision course with the Palestinians and its foreign allies. Jewish settlements are widely seen by the international communities as illegal, but Israel disagrees. Outposts, though are illegal even under Israeli law. Prime Minister-elect Benjamin Netanyahu, his far-right wing Likud party, set out a statement on Wednesday on what they agreed would go on into the coalition agreement, which has yet to be signed. In the United States, one day after retaking a majority in the U.S. House of Representatives, Republicans have said they will investigate the president's family as a top priority. The lawmakers said the inquiry would focus on overseas business dealings of the president's son, Hunter Biden. The 52-year-old is already under federal investigation, but has so far not faced any charges. The younger Biden is not involved with the administration in any capacity. At least 21 people, including children, have been killed by a fire in a building in a densely populated refugee camp in the Gaza Strip, according to a hospital director. The number of deaths at Jabalia refugee camp, which is now under control, is likely to rise, according to Dr. Salah Abu Laila. A local security official told the press an initial investigation suggested there was a gas leak from the kitchen. And in the United States, Nancy Pelosi, who has led Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives for almost 2 decades, has announced she is standing down from the role. The 82-year-old is the most powerful Democrat in Congress and the first woman to serve as Speaker of the House. She will continue to represent her California district in the lower chamber of the Congress. It comes as Republicans are projected to be back control of the House following the midterm elections. Republican Kevin McCarthy has won the party's nomination to be Speaker in the new Congress and is likely to succeed Mrs. Pelosi. And on the Ukrainian war, President Volodymyr Zelensky has said 10 million Ukrainians are without power after a fresh wave of missile strikes by Russia. At least 7 people were killed in the strikes, with the number expected to rise. Ukraine's air defense managed to shoot down 6 cruise missiles and 5 drones. Yesterday, Russia pounded Ukraine with a fresh missile barrage, hitting more energy installations and other civilian buildings less than 2 days after one of its heaviest bombardments yet. And finally, in the world of business, Twitter has told employees that the company's office buildings will be temporarily closed effective immediately. In a message seen by the press, workers were told that the office would reopen on Monday, the 21st of November. It did not give a reason for the move. The announcement comes amid reports that a large number of staff were quitting after new owner Elon Musk called on them to sign up for long hours at high intensity or leave. The message went on to say, please continue to comply with company policy by refraining from discussing confidential company information on social media with the press or elsewhere. Well, that brings us to the end of this morning's news update. Thank you for watching Channel 44. I remind you of Christmas Karamoja. We are taking Christmas to the people of Karamoja. Thanks to you, we are going to give them an experience of their lifetime. Please join us once again as we make them smile instead of crying. Send your seed to the number that will be availed during the services, or you can bring your seed at the Miracle Center Cathedral. At the church reception, you'll be given a receipt for accountability purposes, or you can bring it during the services. Tonight is an awesome overnight, a miracle overnight. Bring the sick, bring the lame, bring all those that need the hand of God. They will be healed. The Pastors Now program is coming up next. Stay tuned to Channel 44. You will be blessed. God bless you. Enjoy your morning.